I pulled into my parents' driveway with sunscreen still on my arms, bag packed, flight itinerary folded in the passenger seat. My mom opened the front door, already in her sun hat, smiling like a woman with a secret. "You were never actually on the guest list," she said. "We figured you'd be fine alone." Then she shut the door. No apology, no explanation. Just like that. I sat there in the car, engine humming, and smiled. They thought I'd beg, thought I'd cry, thought they won. They didn't know I had already booked my own flight. They didn't know the man they tried to keep from me had a private villa on the other side of the island. They didn't know I was about to ruin their vacation with one perfect photo. It wasn't always like this. There was a time I believed my family loved me, believed their silence was just forgetfulness, not preference, that being left off group chats, overlooked for invites, was just a slip. But slips don't repeat. Slips don't sting. Slips don't send $5,100 payment requests labeled "your share." They didn't even ask if I wanted to go. They just assumed I'd pay to be excluded. My mom said it was easier this way. "You've always been independent," she smiled, like that was a compliment. Like I didn't grow up hearing, "Your sister needs this more," or "Don't make a scene." I learned early that love, in our family, came with a hierarchy. I was useful, the helper, the afterthought. Until I met Kai. He was everything they weren't. Present, warm, intentional. We met at a gallery opening. He caught me staring at a sculpture like it had answers. He said I looked like I belonged in places that never made me feel welcome. I didn't fall fast, but I fell steady. And when I brought him to dinner 6 months later, they smiled too much, asked too many questions, then pulled me aside the next day. "Don't get too attached," my mom warned. "He's charming," my sister whispered, "but that usually means something's off." What they meant was, he wasn't for us, which really meant he wasn't for them. So I kept things private, didn't post, didn't share, just lived. And in that silence, I saw their true colors bleed through. 1 week before the Hawaii trip, I found out through a tagged photo, my entire family was already planning the vacation. Villas booked, flights reserved. Everyone but me. I called my mom. She said it slipped her mind. "We just didn't think you'd want to come." Then the invoice arrived. $5,100. My share. I laughed, out loud, alone in my kitchen. Then I sent $1, with a note, "You'll have a surprise." Kai offered to cover everything. I told him no. This wasn't about money. It was about message. So I used my savings, booked the same flight, 1 row ahead of them, first class. They didn't notice me. Too busy taking selfies, too busy pretending I didn't exist. I landed 20 minutes earlier, took a private car to the North Shore. Kai was waiting, shirt off, cocktail in hand. We stayed in a private villa, not near theirs, above it. You could see their pool from our balcony. I waited 3 days, let them settle, let the illusion sink in. Then I posted a single story, a photo of me and Kai in a villa, in a robe, champagne between us. Caption, "Sometimes being uninvited is a blessing." They saw it in minutes. My sister's message came first. "You're here?" Then my aunt, "Did you follow us?" Then my mother, "We need to talk, now." I ignored them all. The next day we went to the same beach club. I wore red, her least favorite color. She spotted me at the bar, walked up, tight-lipped and trembling. "You're embarrassing yourself," she hissed. I smiled. "No," I said, "I just learned from the best." Her face cracked. "I raised you better than this." "No," I said again, "you raised me quiet. There's a difference." I walked away before she could speak, left her standing there, staring at a daughter she didn't recognize, because she never bothered to know her. By the time I got back to the villa, my phone was a war zone. But one message stood out. It was from Kai. "You were always the guest of honor to me." I stood on the balcony, looked down at their villa. Their pool was empty, their voices distant. For once, they weren't the center. I was. People think revenge needs fireworks, but real revenge is silence, presence, a life they can't ignore but can't touch. I didn't destroy them, didn't scream or burn bridges. I just arrived, flourished, glowed in the very place they said I didn't belong. I never paid the $5,100, but I sent them a postcard. A photo of me and Kai laughing in the surf, sun behind us, caption scribbled in pen. "Thanks for the push. I needed the vacation."